Whew, okay. Let's talk about Genshin Impact. This is probably not going to go down well, but I have to be honest. Those of you who watch me on stream will know I kind of pride myself of being straight with my community. It's really important to me. I can't sell out just for personal profit, for personal gain, or for personal fame. That's just not me, and it never will be. The kicker is people don't like honesty, but here we go. Off the bat, Genshin Impact's gameplay is fantastic. The interaction between the 4 characters, their elements, it's all superb. It feels good every time you load up Genshin. The core story is awesome when they choose to give us it. And that's where the praise is going to end today. It's time for the community and bigger content creators than myself to start being honest with the Genshin Impact community. I sit in a really uncomfortable place with Genshin. I've spent money on the game, I've enjoyed it, and maybe also naively thought that this bare bones experience we are getting was just the beginning, and that with all the money miHoYo made, we would be getting more actual content, like real content. It's really important at this point in this video we separate mini events, mini games, whatever you want to call them, and content. They are two different things. Mini events are popping balloons in the air or dashing between sticks. Content is dungeons. Content is cooperative raids. Content is content you can play whenever you want, however many times you want, for rewards, to show off to friends. Content is giving people access to things that are great, but while doing them with other players, or even being able to do them solo in content that's difficult, not time gating everything or money gating everything. A lot of people might roll their eyes at this point and say, well, that's gacha, and I'll get into that in a minute. What has occurred to me over the last few months, hell, probably since around June, is that this isn't a game about the community or the players or the story or even the gameplay. miHoYo completely geared this game in order to get you to spend insane amount of time playing the game for little to no reward, and thus slowly edge you towards spending money on a gacha system that is manipulative. It's just so blatant now that they release a weapon for Albedo that's free when he's on the banner. It's so obvious, and I don't know if I could just sit here and just stay quiet. This is one of many examples. Spiral Abyss always being geared towards a character on banner is another. The weapon banner having an absolutely broken OP weapon for the character on banner is another example. There's many. Will Genshin ever be a game about playing the game, improving your characters? You can't even improve the characters you've got via the gacha system without being tempted to refreshing your resin and spending money. It's diabolical we can't even farm artifacts to improve the characters we've spent actual money on or save primos for. Why? So we refresh the resin and spend more money. Not only that, but the resin system is used for all upgrade mats, so we have to choose between what we want to improve on our account or spend money. So when people run out of primos they either play these regurgitated events for 5 wishes or whatever paltry reward you get, and then you're back to square one, 0 wishes. Now I know people will say, oh, it's a gacha, and I get it. This is my first and last gacha, but I can't in full faith keep promoting a company that just doesn't seem to care. They are tone deaf to the player base and seemingly treat people who try and help the player base as enemies, all with their crack team of yes men leading the way. This is a game only about 2 things: spending money and making you want to spend money. The events are just gateways to spending money. You play an event for 7 days in a row for maybe a total of 10 wishes. You get nothing on those 10 wishes, you're left disappointed. The anniversary rewards kind of rammed the point home that miHoYo doesn't really care about us. The glider event further nailed down that view. The attack on the leakers just further reinforced in my mind that miHoYo don't want the players to plan their spending or play. They want you to be impulsive, and there is nothing more dangerous than impulsive gambling, and that's where I'm at. This is all about making people purchase impulsively. Now, for a person like me, it doesn't matter. I can afford to spend on Genshin and blah, whatever. But I am not everyone, and I'm genuinely uneasy at the state of the game and miHoYo's manipulation of the player base. Now, if this was a game that had multiplayer content, dungeons, raids that reward you with really good items and characters, but then also you had a gacha system, fine, no issues, it would be acceptable. But the content just isn't there. Not only that, but the content they give is so time consuming and monotonous, and all for possibility of gain but not really any guarantee, just adds further fuel to the fire. That this game isn't about us or the gameplay. Maybe I was naive in thinking it ever could be or would be. Will it change? Well, only if people are vocal. No change ever came about by people staying quiet. That's all I have to say about Genshin. I'm still going to play it on stream every now and again, but I am completely reducing my spending on the game, my time investment in the game, until change comes. I'd highly advise that if you do care about Genshin, maybe do the same. That might be controversial, but it's just honest. Thank you, take care, and yeah, see you on stream. Happy days.